Hey there, knife people. Today we're going to take a look at the Geoknife Komodo. This knife is designed by a South African knife maker. His name is Johan Jordan, and yeah, he designed this knife for Geoknife, and yeah, I must say I love it. Yeah, I think it's a blade shape. You hate it or you love it, and I love it. This knife is yeah, medium to normal size EDC knife size, I think. And yeah, it's not too small, not too big. It's just, yeah, perfect. Yeah, this knife feels pretty comfortable in hand if you do a few modifications to it. Because, yeah, as it is straight out of the factory, I think it's not very comfortable in hand. But more about that later. But I love the looks of this knife. Yeah, let's get the specs out of the way first before I start talking about this knife. What do I like and what do I don't like about this knife? Okay, what do we got here? We got M390 blade steel, a little bit of jimping, thumb studs, nice cutout, scallop, however you want to call it, nice sheepfoot, a little bit of a modified Warncliffe, crossbar lock, which is really smooth, straight out of the box. Those phosphor bronze washers from Geoknife are just excellently smooth. They're just, yeah, the smoothest phosphor bronze washers I ever found on a knife. It's crazy smooth. And if you play it a little bit with it, yeah, it becomes smoother and smoother and smoother. But they practically come straight out of the box, drop shot. There's no blade play up and down, left, right. So yeah, awesome, awesome washers. Yeah, crossbar lock, like I said, G10 handle scales. Yeah, titanium pocket clip. Yeah, with the T6 screws underneath the pocket clip, so that needs to go. That's a little bit of yeah, a little bit of a shame. Needs to be T8. You know my opinion on T6s; those need to go, and yeah, those screws are big enough to fit a T8 slot, in my opinion. T8 on the handle scales, T8 on the pivot, so that's just perfect. What else do we got? What else do we got? Yeah, the grip on the G10 is pretty good. It's not too grippy, not too smooth. Yeah, just perfect. Love that G10 from Geoknife. I have multiple Geoknives, and yeah, their G10 is just excellent. Yeah, I think that's it spec-wise. Yeah, this knife weighs 78 grams. Let's get the overall measurements out of the way. But yeah, 78 grams. That's yeah, pretty light for a knife this size. What do we got here? Overall length is about 7 inches, like a little bit under 18 centimeters. Handle scales are a little bit under 4 inches, like 10 centimeters. Cutting edge is a little bit under 3 inches, like 7.5 centimeters. So yeah, decently sized knife. Yeah, it's still early, so words are not coming out perfectly yet. Only had 2 cups of coffee. Yeah, I have a pretty busy day ahead of me, so I was like, yeah, do a review early in the morning. Yeah, 2 cups of coffee. Yeah, I better should have taken 3. But yeah, I love this knife design. It's yeah, pretty good in hand, like I said. Love the G10 blade shape. Yeah, what do I don't like about this knife? Yeah, of course, the T6s. You know my opinion on that. That needs to go. Yeah, and the biggest thing I don't like about this knife is the pocket clip. The pocket clip itself is great. Those pocket clips are just, yeah, pretty good from Geoknife. They go in and out of the pocket really good. And they're, yeah, they hold on to your pants really tight. Not too tight, but yeah, just, yeah, they're actually pretty good. But I think it's the placement of the pocket clip. It needs to be a little bit more in the middle, because now it's a little bit high up, yeah, on the back of the handle scale. And when I hold this knife and squeeze down, yeah, this pocket clip digs in my hand like crazy. I have multiple Geoknives, and they all have their pocket clip pretty centered on the handle scales. And I have no problem with those. And with this one, for some reason, I feel this pocket clip like crazy. When closing, it digs in my hand. You know? Yeah, it's not even sticking out of past the handle scales. Yeah, no, it doesn't stick out. So yeah, I think it's the placement. That's the only conclusion I can draw from this. That if they put it a little bit more in the middle on the handle scale, it disappears more in the palm of your hand. And now when closing, I feel it, and especially when holding it and doing some heavy cutting task. Because yeah, I've carried this knife for a pretty long time, and yeah, I removed the pocket clip, and it just became better. But yeah, for this review, I put the pocket clip back on, and yeah, I know why I removed it. Maybe it has to do something with the size of my hands. That is just a little bit of a in between size or a crazy size for my hands. Yeah, but I think it's just the placement of the pocket clip because I have a lot of knives this size, and yeah, this is the only one that's digging in my hand with the pocket clip. Maybe if it wasn't a deep carry pocket clip, just a flat piece of clip, then it wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, this part is digging in my hand like crazy. If you can see here, try to show it. Squeezing really hard. Yeah, see? You saw that red piece? That was the clip. So yeah, remove the clip and it becomes a lot better. Yeah, and that's the only negative thing of this knife, the clip. Because if I remove the clip, this knife is so comfortable. You can hold it in all different kinds of positions. Even can choke up on it, at least with my hands. Yeah, jimping works great. That scallop, that cutout is even, yeah, so ergonomic. Yeah, I love the design. But the clip, yeah, that's the biggest. I don't know what they thought, or maybe people with small hands handled this knife before with the prototype version or something, or I don't know. For bigger hands, this clip is in the way like crazy. Yeah, the blade shape really good. It's yeah, a little bit of a strange blade shape, but I love it. Like I said, you hate it or love it, this blade shape, and but it's for EDC. Yeah, I love this blade shape. I've been carrying it for a long time without the clip, and yeah, awesome knife, super smooth, highly recommend it. And yeah, maybe if you have smaller hands, you don't have a problem with the clip, but for people with big hands, that clip is yeah, a disaster for the knife. It's a shame, but yeah, it is what it is, and I still love the knife. And yeah, I think that's all I can say about this knife. Titanium screws, always great to see. And yeah, like I said, those washers from Geoknife, crazy smooth, straight out of the box. One evening of playing with it, and they become even smoother. Yeah, washers from Geoknife are just the best. Like I said, I never experienced knives on washers that become this smooth. And yeah, I have a lot of knives. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should do, by the way, because there you can see more knife content and yeah, my whole knife collection. Yeah, and you can see how many knives I have, and these ones on washers, that's like, yeah, just as smooth as bearings. I'm not even joking. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this knife. I can be really short about that. So yeah, I highly recommend this knife if you have maybe smaller hands or you're a Chinese person, because these knives are made in China, and I think people with smaller hands tested this knife and they had no problem with the clip. But for me, yeah, let me show you one more time. Yeah, it's digging in my hand like crazy. But all in all, great knife. And yeah, I highly recommend this knife for this amount of money. Perfect, perfect. I don't know from the top of my head what this knife was costing. I believe it was 120 or something. And yeah, you can also have discount codes, of course. My homie Fabster has a discount code. I believe it was Fabster. And if you type it in on the Geoknife website, you get 10 or 20% off. I don't know anymore. But yeah, then a knife becomes a lot cheaper. I highly recommend this knife. So, tell me what you think in the comments. Do you like this knife? Do you like the looks of this knife? Is this a blade shape you like or interested in? Or you say, nah, this is just absolutely ugly. Yeah, I loved it. I love that blade shape. Yeah, tell me in the comments and maybe leave a like if you like what I do. And maybe even subscribe, you never know. And yeah, check me out on Instagram. I have the same name there as I have over here, Boss Beast. And yeah, I have a lot more knife content over there than here. So yeah, this is a little bit of a shorter review. So, but I said what I needed to say about this knife. And you can draw your own conclusions. Well, thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.